Hello guys, welcome back to another video. The first video, of course. And today, I will show you some tips and tricks about Blender and Roblox Studio. Hope you enjoy. Tip number one. So our first trick is in Blender. It's not really a trick, it's just a common sense. So basically, let's say you have a model. Okay, let's just um reset this, go to default and load factory settings. It basically just loads what Blender like comes when you open Blender. And here's a camera, and just delete both of these. Let's just say this is your model, right? And if you want to export it and uh, put it in Studio, all you want to do is go to File up here and go to Export. Both FBX and OBJ I think works, but I prefer FBX. But sometimes when you exporting your texture doesn't it doesn't follows it. So um if your texture doesn't work when you try to import it to Studio, you want to go to the FBX and go to path mode and change that to copy and turn embedded texture on. But you will have the texture from like UV editing, and you're just gonna add it. I'll show you in a sec. So let's just say you wanna export the block, and then you just name it whatever, and then press export. Now back to Studio. All you want to do is go to View and go to Asset Manager, and click the bulk import and click whatever wherever you saved it, and yeah, and you should have it. Boom, cube. This is a cube exporter from Blender. And if the texture doesn't work for you and it also imported, just go to texture ID and press add image and choose file and just upload your texture. Yeah. Next, beside the basic, I will also tell you how to make your build just magically looks better, like 100%. Like most of the times, the models, like how the map looks, doesn't matter the most. Is mostly because of like the gameplay loops and stuff. But models also important. But another very underrated but very overpowered feature, you could say, is lighting. When you go to lighting, there's a bunch of feature, right? And lighting is basically how you see in your world, and these make a very big difference. Alright, so this is um one of the build I did for one a event hosted by a YouTuber's moderator called Amar. So this is basically the build. As you can see, like the like it's basically a futuristic, like sci-fi-ish style um type of build. And this is what I came. We have all these floating UIs and stuff. This cars is like a car display area, and this is basically what it looks like. You know, it looks very clean, and most people didn't realize is probably mostly because of the lighting. For example, the outdoor ambient. This carries a lot. Let's say if I put that to white, and if I still go in here, it just look weirder. Alright, you will get it when you practice a lot more. And let's just say the ambience and the brightness, like the ambience is like, yeah, that look weird. This is basically like the normal settings. This look absolutely weird in this. And brightness, like if you turn this up, it just look weird. Like, oh, the sun reflection, etc. It just look weird. And let's just say if we can, I'm not sure how, but if we just delete all the settings, this is what it look like. And if you go inside, it just look weirder. Alright, if we reset all the settings in lighting tab, it will just look completely dog water. And this, in my opinion, looks pretty good just because of lighting. Alright, so the next build is basically a abandoned factory build I did. I didn't finish because I didn't have enough time, and just like stuff like leaves and trees. you get like these huge poles. Like I'm just telling you, like the details that matters a lot. For example, this grass over the Roblox terrain, overtaking the car area. Like these details makes a build so much better. And these cans that got lit on fire, we could add like coal and stuff on the bottom, and to make this good. And this Roblox terrain just makes it like so much better. And let's say this trash can overtaking this like area, like I mean the grass overtaking the trash can area. And this is probably my favorite part, is basically this truck getting overtaken by these grass and these flowers. You can also see on the side it was basically like flowers and stuff. It just looks pretty good. And when you go inside, this is what it is. Like these small details, like this box ish holding up this like control center, it just look good. And these thing almost looking like falling off, like it's the pole and everything, it just look good. And go to this area, we can have like a spotlight and stuff over here, and like the blue shine for the vending machine, it just look good. And for this car also getting taken over by the leaves, uh nature's too overpowered. And if you come over here, this is probably another one of my favorite areas. It's just like a random corner. I just decided to use a bunch of grass and bushes, and I just think, why not add like one of these here, one of the hoses, one of the other, and we just added this. And before we added the particle, it was like, oh, so plain, just there. What should I do? Add more leaves? No, but we could add like some particles, like it's spitting out water, like it's out of control and stuff. It just look good. Like these small details that make it look really good. So yeah. Now, if you enjoyed this video, please like and all the stuff. Yeah, thank you.